Hey everybody, in this video, so this is going to be a good video. We put a lot of work into this one. We're going to try to include some tips about how to make sure when you're over leveraged, when you're a business owner, how to manage your credit. And make sure you stick around because I'm going to give you some tips on how to get started in merchant cash advance.
Hey, it's Monday. Welcome to Fund Hunt World, Funding America. I just want to really let people know about the funnel and about your prospects and closing. Your pipeline is what matters. I wouldn't want to say I'm proud of the month that I had before, but this month we're starting out really with a big banger, and we're not going to slow down because every day we're going to fund at least 3 to 5 deals a day. That's what we're going for. Everyone has their goals in front of them individually. They know what they need to do. There's been a massive increase of docs that we're getting in on a daily basis. Now we just got to turn them into funding. And to say we fund a deal, I'm pretty excited. I don't want to get another one and another one and another one. Let's see if we can push out like 6 today. That's the goal. And it just keeps me more excited because I know that we're getting the business owners what they need to get them to that next level. Because that's what matters to them, and that's what I know. We have another deal that's cooking up. It's a guy that I already, funded a very big deal. He's gonna take another funding around with us.
One guy taking 2 fundings.
Welcome to Fund Hunt's world. And but that's the world of MCA. You get a really good guy, and he has a good business. He needs the money, and he already knows what he's gonna see for his next upcoming months. Those are the guys I typically always get and always love to work with because they know the margin where they can cross. It is no second thing. It's like, I need the money. As soon as they get the money, they're gonna use it. It's already on their account. And then you see months, you see 30 days later from them taking the capital, you see a major increase and jump in their business. So people do grow. So don't believe into these stars and moon aligned people saying, hey, casual man takes your business. No, there's actually great stories. I know people actually growing their business every day. Oh, you helped me. Thank you so much. You guys, I'll come to you for the rest of my life, because we gave them an experience and we helped them when everybody else turned them down. We know where to place file. We know what we're doing. We're not just going to have merchants submit something to us requesting our services and we just let it sit there. If you have no credit, we'll fund you. Imagine that. It's been going on. No credit. We'll fund you. Money in your account. Just make sure you have a decent amount of revenue, 3 months business bank statements, and just complete our Funder Hunt link, and we'll be able to fund you same day. I would say at least 50 to 60%. All of them, all ratios, all numbers come back. Whether they don't come back, they get a shitty experience, and they come right back to daddy. And that's what matters. Come back to Funder Hunt because they know they didn't get the service, they didn't get the rates, and they didn't get that same experience and education throughout the funding process. They think they know, but every position is different. You take it to a different level. So it's not going to be like your first one, your second one, your third one. The rates might go up, or depending on who you're working with, they'll be able to get you less rates. That's what we can guarantee, the best rates on the market. So that's what we try to line our clients up for. If you're faithful, and when you are faithful, you do see the growth.
Alright, so in one of the last videos, guys, we talked about a software that we're going to use. In fact, we talked about a lot, and what sucks is that we're not even going to be using that software. So that's what we decided. Hey, what's up? So Funder just called me that I've been waiting for 5 hours to fund this guy, and I don't know what the fuck is taking this guy so long, but just Funder. Yeah, so what I was saying, we decided not to use that. We're going to use the software, which is pretty crazy. And it's just so meta because things are always changing all the time, and you gotta be ready for that. We're not using the software that we talked about in 2 videos ago. So it just shows that it's crazy how things are always changing in this industry. In general, things are always changing. When I do have some software that we're gonna bring on, I'm gonna let you guys know. For right now, we're passing on it. All right, and then so. You were asking me about how to get started in MCA. How do you get started in MCA? Probably I look at it 2 different ways. Okay, you could either sign up. You could set up your own shop. One way you could go about it, start your own professional company, or you could go work for somebody. I always recommend going to work for somebody instead of trying to do it on your own. At least learn the business. For me, I was able to close 10 deals within a span of 2 months, and I broke the record of getting the most applications in a month. By myself, I got to 60 applications in a month before we did any of this, right? Before we did any Funder Hunt stuff but that was me on my own. I broke a record just coming into this industry, and that's really hard to do. Like getting to 60 applications by yourself. It's especially coming from somebody I didn't have any experience. But that way, I was able to learn very quickly what kind of applications I like to be working with and which ones are good. Just people I like working with, you know. But I was able to build up such a big pipeline in the beginning that I knew that okay, even if I walk away, I still have all these clients that they like doing business. You know, they're good business people. You know, I still have that residuals and, you know, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I have such a big pipeline that I'm able to see so many situations that come across in such a short period of time where I'd be able to figure out like what are we doing here? Like I'm able to see so many different situations, and I'm able to see the same situations come up over and over and over again. You know, whether that's be objections or, you know, questions a merchant might ask. I seen a lot of it. So at that point, you know, I started with the job, then I started funding. At different places with different people. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, so that I always break it down into 2 categories. And if you want to do it on your own, well, I'd say, you know, it's a lot easier now because there's a lot of resources like DBank Magazine. You can go on DBank. They have a bunch of resources for you on there, like their sponsors, and you can check out, you know, funders or whatever. Just a lot of this stuff is already in my head, so I know like what we're gonna do and which CRMs to use and which funders and which CRMs to use. I know all of that in my head. Yeah, how do you get started? I would say go work for somebody. That's how you get started in MCA. Get your first commissions. How important persistence is, and whether you're gonna get the results right away. That's it depends on, you know, what kind of training you're getting. It also depends on, you know, your experience, whether you have sales experience, and also your voice, right? If you sound like it's your first day on the job and you don't know what you're talking about, then you're probably not gonna see a lot of results. However, if you are used to this, if you're used to being in sales and you're used to making those reps, you know, those phone calls. I was able to fund a deal. I was able to fund 2 deals in my first week. So when I first got to my first commission check, I was like, holy shit, never seen anything like that before. I was able to make that much in 1 week. It wasn't that big of a check, honestly, but like to see that coming in from 1 week of work, I was like, you know, yeah boy, let's get it. But then the rest is history after I got that first commission check. But I do want to talk about this more in depth. We can even make a course on it, like an actual course.
Just got another one in, another 20K. We just did a login call. Now we're waiting on to do the funding call, final step. So just stay in tune. We have one more ride lined up. Like I said, today's gonna be a good day, a promising day. You know, return funding, renewal is always good. It's always easy. It's always quick. And by the way, the last merchant that we just funded, all she had to do was reply yes to a funding text, and she got funded instantly, money in her account. Like I always say, I tell people, it's like getting doxed. When you get your feet wet, but closing is much more difficult, easier. You have to know like the dynamic of the person's company, themselves, their mindset of how they run their business. Sometimes if they're not organized, if the numbers don't make sense, it doesn't work. But our numbers are always right and they're always correct. We'll never ever put you in a position where you're over leveraged. Over leverage is when we give you something and it will take all of your revenue, so you have no money. So we basically you're just paying us out to run your business, which is sad to say, but we will never want to put you in that situation. You know, there's other companies that do that, but we never want to put you in a situation where you feel over leveraged, because we want your return business. That would be insane. But what we can do is put you in a starters program, a medium program, or a premium program, or a triple A program. That's for the people 50K a month revenue and, you know, 750 credit score or better, and we can get some really wacky rates here at Funder Hunt.